Preseason is finally over. The Jags went undefeated, beating the Dolphins by 31-18. The game did end early due to a very gruesome injury of the Dolphins wide receiver, Wood Davis. Thankfully, he was released from the hospital Sunday morning and is now in the NFL's concussion protocol. Thoughts and prayers go out to him and his family, and hoping for a quick recovery. Now, jumping into the recap of the Jags' ups, downs, who showed up to play, and who's on the chopping block. Let's break it all down. First off, this defense looks just as opportunistic as last year. The coaching seems to be focused on a bend but don't break mentality, while also forcing turnovers from opponents' mistakes. For instance, Eric Hallett had a beautiful sideline, toe-dragging pick from an overthrown pass by Skylar Thompson. Not long after that, Thompson threw another pick straight to Yasir Abdullah, who was just sitting right in the flat where he needed to be. The Jags could have had a third turnover if only they were fast enough to recover a bad snap that went straight over to his head. The defense also forced 9 third downs and only gave up 2, which was quite the conversion rate for us. So the first and second run defense was alright, with Ledbetter clogging up the middle most of the time. However, there were too many missed tackles this game for my liking. Only Willie Taylor III had a chance on a sack. He even had his hands wrapped around the QB, but he just let him slip out. It was disappointing. Now, I'm sure that this defense will mainly be blitzing 4, with some stunts thrown in here and there, but sadly, there were no sacks this game. Not for the Jags, at least. The pass coverage was very soft over the middle. Whether it was from slants or deep in routes, they just couldn't stop them. Another problem was the lack of coverage on checkdowns to running backs. They would just swing outside and there was nobody there. On a side note, Trey Herndon had a good breakup or two, which was nice to see. But Clavon Chason, nowhere to be found. Not singled down for this guy. However, Vontrell Miller was showing flashes again. Lastly, the D got beat bad by Tyreek Hill on this play-action pass where Tua did like this 360 and just yucked it to him on this slant route. Wide open, of course. And they also gave up a big run to Salvon Ahmed early on. And when it came to clutch up, they just didn't. Miami went 3 for 3 on 4th down conversions. You can't have that. Gotta have more discipline come week 1. No more cheap shots, no more penalties, just clean assignment football. That's what I want to see. On the offensive side, the O-line was constantly winning in the run game. Cam Robinson and Luke Farrell were opening up holes for each back, be it ETN, Tank Bigsby, Ernest Johnson, or even Jermichael Hasty. I know, dude scored a touchdown. There were no monster runs, with the longest only being 14 yards. That's okay. They kept chugging right along, though. Never really got stuffed. ETN, Johnson, and Hasty all scored once, pretty much just walking in. Hank, on the other hand, would have scored if he didn't fumble on the goal line. I really hope that's not foreshadowing any further issues come the start of the season. Other than that, Tank was just plowing through people when he got the ball. In the pass game, the O-line allowed 2 coverage sacks on CJ and on Rourke. They just didn't throw the ball away fast enough, in my opinion. Or it was just a coverage sack. Either way, not bad, just 2 sacks. The Trevor and Calvin Ridley connection this game was brilliant. I just can't wait to see more. One pass Ridley caught was this awesome back shoulder throw right along the sideline. It had to be reviewed in slow motion, proving that he made the catch. I loved Trevor's poise and confidence in this game. One play he missed an open Zay Jones on 3rd and 6. Told the coaches he's got it. So he just goes out there, throws this dart to Christian Kirk on a slant to convert this 4th and 6. No problem. Easy money. No big deal. Beautiful. Luke Farrell also stood out on multiple play-action rollouts. He repeatedly outran the defender on him, usually in man coverage. Got the first down. Seth Williams, Elijah Cooks, Bretton Strange showed up again, proving they all deserve a roster spot at least somewhere. Tim Jones had a really bad drop in the red zone. It went in and out of his hands. I just couldn't believe it. Luckily, he came back the next drive and caught this bomb. He got wide open and scored on a 74-yard touchdown catch. Special teams was mediocre. Okay, I guess. But the coverage teams could do much better, I believe. Thank the football gods, Jags got out of this preseason with just some scrapes and bruises heading into week 1 against the Colts. Big division rival. We can't be having any missteps on this. I don't want to lose to Trent. It's not even Trent Richardson. It's the other Richardson. Anthony. God. Can't have that. That's not how I want to start this season. Now it's up to the coaches making the hard decisions for the 53-man roster. We'll see who makes it Tuesday. It's hard to say. I'd like to see Ventrell Miller, Gregory Jr., Jordan Smith, Tim Jones, and Elijah Cooks make it. Who knows? Let's keep this undefeated team rolling into Indy week 1. If not, don't lose your head. It'll be alright. If you enjoy this kind of coverage, let me know in the comments down below.